When setting your boundaries, if someone makes you feel like your boundary is a disrespect or something that they can't abide by, you just gotta let them go. You just gotta understand that when setting boundaries, a lot of people are going to fall by the wayside. A lot of people are not going to be able to handle you setting limitations on what they can and cannot do to you. And because they're probably not accustomed to people saying, no, you can't do that to me, and no, I won't just deal, and no, I won't, it's not okay. Because of that, then they'll end up just falling by the wayside and you become the villain. Now, I know as a black girl, I grew up really trying to not be the angry black girl, even though I had reasons and rights to be angry. Like, that is a valid emotion that people feel. Everyone feels, but I felt like I could not be the angry black girl. So that manifested in ways that got people punched in the face. That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is that now, at my age, I realize that the angry black girl moniker is something that people use to also control you and keep you in this certain box. Because if you're in any other box, they don't really understand what that means, how that works for them. Like, how does that benefit me if I'm able to go into a whole nother box that you know nothing about? I know how it benefits me, but you're not sure how it benefits you. That's not something that you're used to doing or seeing, and so now there's an issue within that. But I say this to say, set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. And anyone who cannot rock out with your boundaries, who seems to not be able to not do the fucking thing that you said don't do to me, any of those people, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. You shouldn't have to fight to be comfortable. You should not have to fight to be comfortable within your own skin, amongst your friends, amongst your family, amongst people who you would think care about you. And if you do have to fight, and if you do have to get aggressive, if you do have to do these things that you're like, this is why I'm setting my boundaries so I don't have to do this anymore, then you gotta let them go. Because that means they're never going to respect your boundary. You're never going to be respected the way that you think you want to be respected. Right or wrong, indifferent, whatever, right? But it's just not going to happen. You're going to have to let them go. And if you're not able to let them go, then you're going to have to be okay with having people in your life who don't respect your boundary. An example that I like to use with boundaries is dogs. So when you see a stranger dog outside, right? What do? Do you walk up to it? What do? You understand that there are a set of rules that you kind of gotta go by, so that way you don't get bit by this dog. Treat people the same. When you see a person standing there minding their business, I don't know, what do? You probably mind yours. But, that's a different boundary. That's a my boundary thing. Y'all set y'all boundaries the way that y'all need to set y'all boundaries. At current right now, all my boundaries is about minding my business and you minding yours. But that's just a boundary I'm currently setting right now. All I got to say is, when people don't abide by your boundaries and they don't care what you're saying and how you're saying you feel and all these other things that you got going on, and they're like, oblivious and purposely acting as if you didn't say nothing, and like whatever you're saying is trash, you gotta let them go. Because you'll find that you weigh a lot less without the dead weight of people who don't even know how to freaking address you correctly. Like I said what I said.